How do you know this?
That's what I do. I drink and I know things.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
When people ask you what happened here, tell them the North remembers.
And here we go.
Welcome to Not Another Movie Pod. I'm Zach Williamson with Ross Cutsforth and Lou Goosens today. Okay, so Watchmen episode 5. This episode, I say it every week, but this episode truly felt like a continuation of the graphic novel. Squid, finally we got to see. That wasn't in the movie.
Getting to finally see the squid was awesome, and the beginning was very intense too.
Yeah, it just makes sense why Looking Glass wears a mask all the time. It's not really because he's a Rorschach, like he idolizes that guy. He really feels safer when he wears that thing.
He's just a fucked up individual.
And why he lives in a bunker.
Yeah, I was reading the PDpedia files about the pills, and the pills are pretty insane. And the pamphlet, do you guys read that? About the extra dimensional anxiety or whatever?
Yeah, the PD files this week, they had that. It looks like a Viagra ad, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it had all the cautions about don't take it if this or this is wrong with you.
Yeah, dude, shit. I mean, that beginning was good. Even the transitions in this show, every time works so good. It just transitioned from the squid with the New York music playing into that New York ad.
Wait, what was the ad on?
It was getting people to come back to New York. It had fucking, what's his name from The Sopranos at the end?
Which guy?
Moltisanti, that's his last name. Christopher, he's Tony's right-hand guy.
Oh, really?
Christopher Moltisanti or whatever. Yeah.
That was a little cameo. Do you guys think that the squid attack, did that give him some sort of power? Do you think that he survived from the mirrors, or what's you guys' theory?
Oh, you think the squid attack maybe gave him the power to see if people are telling the truth or not?
It seems like he has some sort of intuition with it, right?
Yeah. Or maybe that's just from the severe trauma or whatever.
He has an intuition?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be. But we know that psychics are real in this universe.
Yeah. Wait, who else is a psychic?
When Ozymandias, how he makes the squid is he kills this woman who's a psychic and uses her abilities in the squid bomb.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so there's that tie back.
Damn.
So that's canon that it could potentially be that. I don't think that the mirrors necessarily saved him, though, just because when he walked outside, there was people everywhere, who had survived randomly.
Yeah, but they could have been protected by something else because most of the people were dead. It was mainly people that were inside buildings, it seemed like, that were coming out.
No, there was people just chilling on the ground. That one guy was sitting there and his ears were still bleeding out. I thought that too at first, but on the rewatch, you could just see that people were poking their head up off the ground and stuff. What you think, Luke?
It seems like some people got lucky, dude. I mean, the Hiroshima bomb probably didn't kill absolutely everybody who was outside. That's kind of the same thing. It was like the shockwave that killed most of the people.
Yeah, because when it drops, it instantly dies, but it shot off that shockwave. I don't even know. How far is Jersey even from New York? Either of you guys know? It's over the water.
Just, right across the river.
Yeah, that would still be in the blast range for sure. All right, moving on. There was some good foreshadowing in this episode as well, beginning just with the church, how they were talking about, if we find this church, we'll find it. And it didn't end up being a church. The lettuce with Red Scare. All that was at the beginning of the episode. It ties in at the end. Oh, so I think, we need to probably clear up that scene where Wade is watching, while he's eating his beans. One of our followers is asking him if he was watching like superhero porn. And no, that was just him watching the American Hero story, I think.
Yeah. Wasn't that just the show or the movie or whatever it was?
Yeah, it's just a TV show in the universe that they've shown scenes of going through. So that's that. And it just alludes to something I think I've talked to Luke about on a pod before. Just there was this whole theory that Hooded Justice and Captain Metropolis were gay, and Sally Jupiter was Hooded Justice's girlfriend, but it was a cover-up.
Well, yeah, and in the PDpedia files, too, was talking about that, how their chemistry was really bad.
Mm-hmm. That's in the PDpedia file this week, too, but that was also in the graphic novel, all this stuff.
Yeah. What?
What? What do you mean, what?
What was in the graphic novel?
The little hints that she was covering up for him.
Like what?
I'm pretty sure her manager, what was that guy's name? Lawrence? Wasn't he the one who suggested that they cover it up, that Sally dates him? Because remember they had that big incident with Silhouette?
Wait, I thought that was
she was living with another woman, so she had to get kicked out of the Minutemen.
I thought that guy was the one that suggested they cover up the comedian and the first Silk Spectre.
Yeah, he said they should cover that up too. Same guy.
Oh, okay. So he just says to cover up everything.
Yeah. He was Sally Jupiter's first husband. Oh, Luke, yeah, it did. And then the PD file this week, it confirmed that she never had sex with him. She never even seen his face, anything.
Ooh.
Sally Jupiter never hooked up with Hooded Justice.
Yeah, it literally said he or she didn't see any part of his skin.
Yeah, completely confirmed.
Any part of him. Yeah.
Oh, from what?
It was in the PDF files.
I know, but what do you get that information from?
Oh, it was from, I think it was from testimonies from them.
It was something like Sally Jupiter had talked about the incident. There was Under the Hood. There was one time she went on a tour and she mentioned it, and another interview, right, Ross? There was 3 things that they decided as docs in it.
Yeah, there was 3 sources.
Yeah, we know PD, he's a super nerd for all this stuff.
Yep.
Next, clearly clones are a pretty big part in this world too. They had cloned employees, cloned dogs.
Yeah, no kidding.
I assume Lady True, she must own that facility, right? Was that what you guys are thinking too?
On Titan.
I'm talking about the facility that Wade went to get the pills checked out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely.
Titan, what are you talking about?
Oh, I was talking about the moon that Ozymandias is on. Or is it he on Europa? Europa, yeah.
Yeah, moon of Jupiter. That actually was confirmed by Damon Lindelof too. Confirmed 100%. He was on Europa.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys want to talk about that?
Sure.
What's your theory?
I mean, he's clearly on Europa due to Dr. Manhattan, because he's the only person in my mind that could put him there and make this whole place. I mean, it really feels like it's Dr. Manhattan that put him there.
Yeah, Dr. Manhattan said he wasn't going to go make life in the rest of the universe.
Yeah. So maybe he's dabbling with clone technology.
I feel like it's not Dr. Manhattan, because Dr. Manhattan, I think he would make better clones or make better humanoids than that.
No, I think he would too.
More intelligent life than that. So I think
maybe Dr. Manhattan just gave Ozymandias the ability, the tools to make clones. And then Ozymandias obviously isn't as good at it.
Well, he said they're not his creations. Ozymandias said that. And they referred to their master as he. Remember that too? So that I think that I'm on the same page with you guys, that it's Dr. Manhattan, but it's like, why is he doing this?
Yeah.
What's his reasoning? It makes sense that you would take the smartest man in the world if you're trying to imprison him and put him on a different planet. But why?
Yeah, I don't know. That's where I'm stumped too, because it feels like Dr. Manhattan's the only person that could do that. I just don't know what his motivations for doing that would be.
Do you think, I can't remember if any of the PD files said that he launched satellites or anything, but how did he know exactly when that satellite was going to be there? Was it because of the watch? Is that what connects? Is that the tie back to the watches in the past couple episodes with him?
Yeah, maybe he's been keeping track of time out there.
Maybe there's one moment where he thinks he can actually get out there and write a message just based off however this system works. I think that has to be it. Maybe that'd be why it took him so long. He's at year 5 right now.
What's the game warden going to do to him though? Probably nothing. Or
I don't think that they know that he wrote that message that said, "Help me, D." We didn't get to see the rest of the message. What do you guys, it would seem too obvious if it says, "Help me, Dr. Manhattan," right? Would that be a twist for you? Probably a twist, I guess, since we all think it's Dr. Manhattan.
I don't think it's Dr. Manhattan.
Okay, you don't think it is, Luke?
No. It's got something to do with Lady True. I don't know what, but because she's the one that bought his company.
Do you think she has the technology, though, to put him on Europa?
Fuck yeah, dude. She's got fucking flying hover cars, dude. And a huge ass space.
Europa's a trek, though.
Yeah, it's out there.
What is that thing that she has? That huge tower? What do you call that again?
Millennium clock.
Yeah, and you don't even know what that thing does. We all know it does something sinister, but we don't know what it does.
Yeah, true. She could have the technology, but she's been building that thing for a while, it seems. And he would have been out there since 2012. That was 7 years before where we're at.
It's a sinister ass name. Millennium clock.
You don't know what it does, dude.
I don't.
And they have teleportation technology. They could have just teleported his ass out there.
That is true. That's a good point.
I was thinking about that too, but how would they even sustain life out there? How did they make that weird realm that has clouds and shit on the inside, and then it just has a very wispy wall that they can just shoot through and stuff?
Wispy wall.
I think it makes sense developing from the technology Veidt had in the 80s. He had that facility in Antarctica.
Yeah.
And he was cloning animals out there. So if we're going with Luke's theory, someone could have just built on his technology, or himself even.
That's why I think it's Lady True, because she bought his entire company, meaning all his technology. We know she's a mastermind, smart as fuck. So she could have just kept going, you know? I really don't think it's Dr. Manhattan, though.
I could see both.
It feels too rudimentary to be Dr. Manhattan.
How so?
It's clear that he wanted to go there originally. He said he saw it as a paradise.
That's why I was thinking maybe he made some kind of deal with Dr. Manhattan to have him send him out there.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Why would Dr. Manhattan do it? That's the question we keep coming back to.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Why would Dr. Manhattan give a fuck? He'd be like, I don't care. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched you kill 3 million people. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And he didn't even give a fuck about the 3 million people.
No, he just agreed to let it go. And then he dipped out.
Yeah. That's why I think it's going to be something that's going to be fleshed out in later episodes.
Yeah. Do you think when he was writing Help Me D, it could have been Dan Dreiberg?
Oh, maybe.
That's a good one too.
Just because we know that he has the Merlin Corporation.
Yeah.
But he's in jail right now.
Maybe he's in one of those really nice facilities where he's still allowed to do shit, but he's in jail.
It doesn't seem like that, dude. They really hate superheroes.
I think he's locked up.
Yeah.
Unless they somehow relay that message to him in prison. But damn.
I don't even know how that would happen.
I love how Veidt was using bodies too to escape. That was another reference to Black Freighter. That was literally the same thing that he used to build that ship in Black Freighter.
Yeah, that's fucking...
Yeah, his comrades' bodies. Damn, they're hitting it home with the Black Freighter references.
His whole storyline is a Black Freighter story.
Yeah.
The Black Freighters of this story. The reveal with Joe Keane, that one felt like we all saw that one coming. Yeah. It was nice that they just got that out of the way.
I feel like even from episode 1, you're just thinking this guy is definitely up to some shit.
Yeah, and he's just spiteful because he's seen the tapes that he knows Robert Redford's in on this whole situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you guys think about that scene, though?
Looking Glass watching that?
Oh, I just meant even about him revealing. It just seems to me, with how smart Veidt is that he would know that that tape would get leaked. I mean, that guy said when he got initiated into the Senate, they showed him pretty much.
Yeah. I don't know how he wouldn't think that tape would get leaked either.
Because even in the comics, he killed all of his super loyal servants because he didn't want anything to leak about it, what was going down with him within the Squid. He just sends out this tape.
Interesting.
On the flip end, too, that he revealed himself as a superhero, too. That's how he got famous when he came out after. So he does, I guess, like to get credit for the things he's done. But this seems, if your whole goal was to unite the world, this is not a good move. It'd be to make a tape of yourself admitting it.
No. Maybe they're just showing that his weakness is pride or whatever.
Yeah, I guess. That's a good point. Back on the whole teleportation thing. So do you guys think then this is going to tie into what they're doing with all those bombs? They're going to drop some bomb somewhere. They're going to drop it on the Millennium Clock
and they're just going to teleport it in and just blow it up simultaneously.
I can't think of anything they want to blow up besides the police facility or that clock.
And why else would she specifically say this thing is impervious to anything short of a nuclear blast? That's such a giveaway that something's going to happen. We'll see, though. Another thing was Looking Glass was being stupid as fuck when he went in there by himself, too.
I know, dude. God, I was like, what are you doing, Billy?
Why didn't he wait for backup? Even though technically he wasn't talking to actually backup, but I still would have waited.
Yeah, he didn't wait that long, that's for sure.
There could have been
armed guards and
dozens of cavalry, people in there. Just walking straight into that and getting taken hostage. He looked like such a dumbass.
Oh, maybe because he was drunk, dude. He was just in the moment.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
I don't have a good reason for that, yeah. That was kind of a stupid move by him. That's probably the first fuck up we've seen him have in the show.
Yeah.
Definitely feels like a good guy, though.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Now that we know his whole background.
He's just a Latter-day Saint.
Mormon?
Was a Mormon, yeah.
Oh, that's what he was?
Wasn't he? I don't know.
Yeah.
Talking about something with God. I can't remember which one.
Oh, I was saying Latter-day Saint.
The Latter-day Saint's a Mormon.
Like the people that walk around in the white shirts, yeah.
Yeah, Mormon.
That's a Mormon.
Oh, I thought it was...
No, dude, they're the same thing.
Oh, I thought it was slightly different.
I just didn't even connect that he was a Mormon. I have a theory for you guys, too, that I was thinking about.
Drop it.
So I think that Cal, her husband, I think that he could be Dr. Manhattan.
He's Dr. Manhattan? That's why... Oh, you think that's why he said just like random... There's no heaven thing.
That's one reason, just how blunt he was with atheism. That's very Dr. Manhattan-like.
Yeah.
They alluded to some event that happened in Vietnam. We don't know the two biggest events of that guy's life that they've alluded to. Whatever happened in Vietnam with his accident.
Do you think his accident could have been with Dr. Manhattan?
I think that the timeline might match up. when Dr. Manhattan was over there. Maybe he figured out how to make himself, because Cal is always the one too that says Dr. Manhattan can't change colors. He's blue.
Is he that old though?
You wouldn't age.
I feel like he'd have to be.
Yeah, that wouldn't matter. Dude, doesn't Angela say when Will was like, what if I'm Dr. Manhattan? She's like, Dr. Manhattan's not black.
He says something like that. He says he's fucking blue and lives on Mars.
Oh, really?
I thought she said, yeah.
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
It's something like that. And we don't know
Dude,
where he was on the White Knight. They haven't shown that event yet. He had to have been there.
Then they show a little snippet of
On the
it.
White Knight? Yeah, he was. He was in the living room with her. Oh, you're saying what happened?
No, he was talking about the clocks. Like he kind of knew something was going to happen, and then he disappeared when stuff went down.
Damn, that's true.
Well, he saved her, obviously.
Yeah. Well, he might have. I mean, we don't.
Right.
They haven't actually said how she got saved, right? I don't think that they said that he straight up saved her. If someone had been cast as Dr. Manhattan, that news would have been reported already, unless it was someone on this cast that we just don't expect. And just the fact that they told him he had to get ribbed for this movie, that he had to get in Black Manta shape.
Oh, dude, you're so right. Fuck. That's good, dude.
Lori Blake always commenting on how attractive he is. She said that twice.
Damn.
Fuck, that's so good, dude. You're so good at this. Fuck.
Okay. And this was the last one. This is the last time when I was looking at the title of this episode on accident. There's the one that's called A God Walks Into a Bar. And his name is Cal Abar.
Yeah.
No fucking way, dude.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Also Kal-El, Superman. They always call him the Superman of this universe. Dude, okay, and this one, I don't know about this one. This might be a stretch. But I was looking at back of the PD files today. Dan Dryberg, who is obsessed with King Arthur and all that era, he named that dildo Excalibur. Cal Abar. I mean, it could be a play on words. I could be reaching.
That's a little bit of a reach, but everything else was real good, dude.
For sure. Well, X, Dr. Manhattan. Dr. Manhattan's X.
Yeah, keep
That's
going.
some good.
Dude. All right.
That's
yeah.
some good research on that, though, for sure. But I don't know if they.
Fuck, that's good.
I was like, I can't wait to tell these ones this one. They're going to either think it's so stupid, but we'll see.
No, that was really good, dude.
He's one of the characters that we also haven't really fleshed him out as much as these other guys now. Like we just finally saw Looking Glass's background. It feels like they're going through and showing all the main characters where they're at. And yeah, just his demeanor.
Most of it's just been focused on Sister Night, though.
Not really.
At first, it felt like that.
At first, like the first two episodes, and then the last one was all
I guess Lori Blake.
Lori, and then all Looking Glass.
There was one in between too that was back to her perspective. But next week, it looks like it's going to be some sort of trippy vision trip on those pills.
After she just downed that shit.
Oh my God, dude.
She getting high.
What you guys think's going to happen to Luke? I didn't get that either. They're just going to go and kill him after he did what they said. Is it because they're just trying to cover their tracks?
I don't know. It ended right as they're fucking about to bust on the door.
Yeah. You know that boy has booby traps set up. He's got that house Home Alone style for sure.
Well, yeah, he's paranoid as fuck. He's going to fight him off.
I hope he does. I was sad when they pulled up. I was like, God damn it.
He's about to get fucking murked.
That was such a good cliffhanger.
Every episode from here on out is just going to keep getting better.
Yeah, that was the best episode yet.
Yeah, they've been getting better and better.
Jeremy Irons says the ending.
I agree, dude. That's what happens with a good show, you know? Like each episode just builds off each other and gets better and better.
And we're hooked.
Yeah. Like Game of Thrones season 1.
we always bring back Game of Thrones, but damn, that show, for real, that show was it for a long time. This show is good. This is probably my favorite show this year, easily.
I wouldn't say easily over The Mandalorian, but
I'm saying easily.
definitely my favorite so far.
Yeah.
Mandalorian's pretty sick.
The
though.
Mandalorian doesn't have the depth to it that this has.
Also, we've only seen 2 episodes of The Mandalorian so far, but we've seen
2
5
episodes of this show. We didn't know what the fuck was going on. If we look back at our theories from then, they're probably so different.
That's true. This show is fucking great.
Yeah, I was trying to think. Any other references you guys caught? The Pale Horse was totally the replacement for Schindler's List. Just imagine all the Oscar bait shows, movies that came out from the Squid Attack.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, and they're 11/2, sorry, 9/11 and all that. Because it wouldn't have happened. There'd be no New York.
There would be no 9/11. Dude, shit would happen so differently after that.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot one little thing. So Damon Lindelof confirmed there will be one episode without Adrian Veidt. So how's that change the lineup? That means
Oh, man.
that he's going to pop back up.
Does that mean he dies?
Sorry. So there's one episode where it skips over. We don't even see him there. We don't even see him on Europa.
Did he say that, or did he say,
Or it's the last episode.
and he dies in the second to last?
Fuck, I don't know. Or it could just be, I don't know. All he said is that you will not see one episode with him in it. But I didn't take it as, when I was reading it, I didn't take it as the very last episode. I felt maybe more when he gets off the rock, potentially, finally leaves there, and then he doesn't show up the next episode. So he'd show up episode 8 on Earth. And that would tie him back into, let's say, if he's the meteor that crashes down and somehow Lady True knew about it. She was just waiting for him to fall, that kind of thing. And then it would continue from there.
Captured his ass.
And Dr. Manhattan right then figures out that he escaped, and that's why he crashes the whole castle at the very beginning.
Yeah. Okay. But that's just how you took it, though.
Okay, so what his exact interview is, or what his exact quote was, is that every installment that we get of the 9 episodes, there's only one episode where you don't get a Vite installment. The storytelling, he didn't fit in there.
Okay. So it could be...
Every one you get with him, a year lapse happens in between each episode.
Oh, fuck. A year? That's nice to know that's confirmed.
It says each installment takes place on another anniversary of another year that he spent wherever the hell he's spending it.
That's cool.
Fuck. That is cool.
Didn't you tell us that last episode, Zach?
That's some Christopher Nolan type shit. Just a different...
Did I tell you the last
conversion.
episode? No, this interview came out yesterday, Wednesday.
Maybe you speculated that or something.
Oh, yeah, because of the candles. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to get the confirmation so we know that he's going to at least be there for another episode or two. He ain't getting off yet.
Yeah.
There wasn't really a ton in the PD files this week that I thought really stuck out besides what we've already talked about. There was just that the comedian was 16 when he tried to sexually assault Sally Jupiter. Didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. That he was 16 and she was
20, yeah.
That means he was beating fucking criminals' ass at like 14 or something.
Yeah, I mean, well, for a year before that, 15.
Yeah.
No.
That's fucking crazy.
And Lori didn't wear a mask as Silk Spectre, but she wore one as the comedian. But that makes sense because if she was still being a vigilante. And it confirmed that she took a plea deal that required her to become a special agent. Yeah, so that's it. That was the only thing out of the PD files this week. And did you guys see Alan Moore, who was the creator of Watchmen, what his take was on superheroes this
his
week?
comment.
Wow.
What did he say?
It was like an unearthed interview from 2017.
Like Marvel superheroes? Just like...
I think it's just wild. Like, it's interesting. You know what I mean? His take on superheroes.
I feel like the way you're saying wild was like, it was out there.
It is out there. It's interesting. It's his own take. This guy created Watchmen. It makes sense with his story that he wrote.
So he hates...
Oh, yeah, he hates superhero. he was commenting on like superhero movies now and just the obsession.
I mean, he definitely does have some valid points in it, though.
Yeah, he said modern superhero culture is embarrassing. That was his first one.
Damn.
And a little worrying. Okay, but there was one part in this shit, man.
Oh, when he was talking about how superheroes are the continuation of like the white dream, or what like the Aryan master race dream is, or whatever.
That's a little stretch. I don't know.
He was talking about Superman and Batman and all of them. These perfect white males is what he was saying.
I don't think he mentioned Superman or anything.
Well, no, he was just saying, referring to characters like that, or like Captain America and shit. That's how I took it.
For a long there, yeah, I thought he was making pretty good points. He's just saying, like, it's his opinion, you know, that he can think it's embarrassing or whatever. But his last part where he says
the birth of the nation part was what I thought was maybe a little wild. I thought
was wild. He said that he thinks there's a good argument that Birth of a Nation is the first American superhero movie. And it's the point of origin for all masked superheroes and capes and all that. I was like, all right, guy.
I guess I've never actually seen that movie, though. So
it's KKK propaganda. Yeah.
I know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but other than that,
what the fuck?
Here, I'll just.
I see what he's saying, though. He's just saying that.
Dude, he's not even American. Fuck him.
I don't think that makes his opinion invalid, though.
Yes, it does, dude.
That he's not American?
Trying to comment on our history, dude.
What he's trying to say is that most popular superheroes are all pretty much white males. And he's saying that the comic book movies are glorifying these stereotypes of white males and stuff. And he's saying that's kind of what is forcing our society to accept what is normal, I guess, is kind of what I'm taking from what he's saying.
I mean, I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying, but
he's saying that's bad.
Jeez, I don't know. I don't know what to make of this, boys.
This guy
Oh,
is known to
yeah.
hate everything, though, too. He hates all of the adaptions off of his comic that he sold. He didn't even like the show that they made for Swamp Thing, I don't think. This guy doesn't like anything.
I mean, he still has his right to his opinion
Of
to
course.
hate the adaptions,
Of course.
even if he sold them. Yeah.
I mean, didn't he sell them for money? Didn't he sell his own adaptions for money?
I mean, if I had the chance to sell an adaptation for millions of dollars, I would do it too. I'd be like, fuck yeah. But I could still say, oh, your adaptation sucks.
Yeah, but he disowned this one before it even came out. He hasn't even watched the show.
Oh,
I honestly feel
Interesting.
like he might.
Oh, he doesn't watch it? Then he doesn't know it sucks. Fuck him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He hasn't watched this. He didn't like any of the comic spin-offs or whatever.
What do you mean the spin-offs?
They did before Watchmen, kind of like a prequel into some of the characters. There's some other Watchmen spin-off comics, is what I'm saying, that weren't written by him.
So, Zach, where did you read that wasn't canon then?
I don't consider it canon because that might have been just my own opinion when I was reading it. Because what I'm saying is some of the stuff breaks narratives that don't make sense for some of the characters in the comic, in the real comic, the original comic. And this show doesn't recognize it at all either. Does that make sense? I was taking this canon. So that in my mind means that this show's canon and the graphic novels are canon. Any other spinoff, like there's a fucking comic line where Dr. Manhattan fights Superman. He just fucks him up. Like that shit's not canon. It's some Elseworlds shit or whatever. Flash burst.
well, yeah, but that's like an alternate universe.
I guess that's how you could just put those comics. It's like a different Watchmen timeline, I guess, but it's not this one.
Are all the comics like that though?
There's only been 2 other comic lines connected to Watchmen, I think, released. The before Watchmen one.
Dr. Manhattan would wash Superman though, right?
Yeah, he fucks him up. yeah. Before Watchmen, that was the series published in 2012. That's why I had never heard of this shit because it came out in 2012.
No, in our opinion though.
Yes.
In your
Dr.
opinion,
Manhattan.
who would win? Yes, okay. Luke, what about you?
Superman. I'm kidding. No, dude, I just wanted to say it to fucking rouse you.
Superman? Fuck you. Fucking dematerialized matter.
Superman has a weakness. I don't know if this guy has one.
Yeah, dude. Fuck, he doesn't have a weakness. That's like OP. It's kind of bullshit.
Well, yeah. His character is just made to be...
Yeah, so that's why he wrote him, though, just to make fun of superheroes, because they're never in real threats. They're never in real danger.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the other ones are.
No one else in the Watchmen universe actually has superpowers. Okay. Anyway, I just had this whole Julia Roberts, Harriet Tubman thing. Other than that.
What?
Oh.
Julia Roberts is going to be playing
Did you
Harriet
not hear about
Tubman?
this? Yeah, so no, she's not really going to play.
Whoa. Do we have a blackface in order?
Okay. So a Harriet movie came out earlier this month.
Oh,
And this writer had been working on this movie for over 20 years. He said the first time he pitched it to a studio, the president of the studio loved it, loved the script, said we should cast Julia Roberts as Harriet Tubman. It's been so long, no one's going to remember.
wow.
What?
This is real
Holy
too.
fuck.
Wait, when did
This-
this happen?
Okay, sorry. Like, did this mean when the story broke, or when was that said? When was that spoken?
Yeah, what was that?
He
said?
said that in 1994. So not that long ago.
Oh,
Wow, that was even closer to when Harriet Tubman was alive. What a fucking crazy guy.
and she's a legend. I don't think that many people have forgotten about her.
Yeah, people would be very mad. I don't know. Even back then, dude, people would not be good with that.
Dude.
It just shows how out of touch a lot of these execs are.
No. Yeah. What the fuck? I'm glad Julia turned that down.
She's just out here minding her own business. This is just some
Oh,
studio
what?
exec suggested it. I guarantee there's no way that she would agree to do that role. Nah, she's not involved actually at all.
No.
Damn.
It's
Honestly,
so
if Julia
bad.
Roberts got cast, that would probably be the most whitewashing of all time. If they cast a white person as Harriet Tubman. Yeah, that's bad. Okay.
Yeah, what the fuck?
All right, boys. That's it. That's all I got this week, I think. We did get a couple of fan cues, which I will read now. Let's see. So
Okay.
first one from @JoeFigure81. What do you guys think of this whole Snyder Cut situation? Ross, you want to go?
Oh shit. Snyder Cut? I mean, I don't see why not. I don't particularly want it, but if people want it that bad, I don't see why they don't just release it. It's not like that movie's making any fucking money.
That first movie is trash, Justice League.
Wait, What was your
The question is, okay, sorry. So he was asking, what do we think about this whole Snyder Cut movement that's been picking up? So let me start over. Justice League came out 2 days ago, and there was a big movement on its 2-year anniversary to try to get the release of Snyder Cut, something that's been building up. And even on that day, Zack Snyder tweeted it, Gal Gadot tweeted it, Ben Affleck tweeted about it, released the Snyder Cut. All the actors did it except for Henry Cavill. He's the only one who hasn't jumped in on it. But even Henry Cavill said this week that he didn't think Justice League worked at all. And the big controversy is that Zack Snyder was brought in and his daughter died while they were filming. And while that all was happening, they decided, like right after WB decided to get rid of him and bring in Joss Whedon, they decided to bring him in. He directed the first Avengers movie, for example.
Damn, Zack Snyder's daughter
she died.
That's sad.
She committed suicide, I think.
Jesus. And then they just kick him off the movie? Fucking dicks.
Because they needed, well, for one, I think that they just wanted, because they had to do a bunch of reshoots after, so it must have been because they needed to get the movie done maybe. But apparently his vision for his movie was very different. He was going to have a whole nother villain in it. Who was going to be in it, Ross?
Oh, Darkseid? Dude, Darkseid's way cooler than the villain that we got to.
What was his name? Steppenwolf? That guy was garbage villain. One of the worst villains of all time. Just a joke.
And Darkseid is probably the most badass villain in DC's roster.
It seems like in the Snyder Cut, they were going to kill Steppenwolf really quickly and then deal with Darkseid, the actual villain. It's a completely different movie, essentially.
Instead of having Superman be the second
instead
villain.
of they'd bring Superman back a lot quicker, I assume, too. It'd probably be the other way around. They handle Steppenwolf on their own, bring him back to actually fight Darkseid.
They would definitely need Superman.
And Zack Snyder had this whole arc of films where he was going to end with Batman sacrificing his life at the very end. He had another Batman movie planned, and then Justice League 2. It might have been. I don't know. My feeling is that
maybe not.
If they do eventually, it seems like they could release this movie with HBO Max, because think about it. The HBO is completely fucking up, for one, not having a Game of Thrones show ready to go on launch next year. That's a huge mess up on their end. Not have that be within range of their whole series launching with. Like, what else are they going to launch with that someone's like, okay, I immediately need to go download HBO Max to watch this show at launch? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's such a huge selling point. Fucking Game of Thrones sequel or prequel.
And exactly. So if you're trying to get some DC fans, maybe this could be your move to release a Snyder Cut. But my opinion is that it's probably not that much better of a movie. I'm going to be honest. I don't think it's going to be that much better.
Yeah, that's kind of my opinion too. That's why I don't really give a fuck, honestly, because the movie's pretty bad to start with. I don't think it'd be that much better, but I don't see
why not release it at this point? Everyone wants it. Clearly, people hated your movie that you put out. It didn't make the money you thought anyway. Here's a way to maybe make some money on HBO Max. And if it finally comes out of its ass, then we don't have to hear about it ever again.
Exactly. Put all those fools to rest.
Yeah, geez. Second question, at S. Draconitis. Do you think it's possible that Yoda's species reproduces asexually? Maybe the species even replicates itself after X number of years. Or it could be something that parallels, like, let's say when Anakin was born, something on the light side was born, since they're born the same year.
Oh, dude. Honestly.
Oh, that's fucking good.
Yeah. Honestly, Bryce was telling me about a theory he had where Yoda's species is just one of Yoda's species, or it could be two, a female and a male version. And as one is going into decline, the next one is coming up. So it's kind of a transfer of power through those ones. You know what I'm saying? So Yoda, as he was going into his decline and dying, he was transferring his power into the younger one that's going to replace his role in the species.
Okay. So yeah, there could be at least 4 then, potentially, is what you're saying, alive at one point.
Yeah. Most of the time they're
just born with the Force?
Yeah. They're just these ultimate Force beings.
So what would have happened when Yoda was born that the Force said, I need to balance this out? What happened 900 years? The only thing I can think of in canon that was even close to that would have been when Darth Bane started the rule of 2, but that was 1,000 years. So he might have been alive, but he would have been on his serious decline, probably almost getting killed by his own Padawan.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know,
man. Fuck. I don't have an answer on this one. It's an interesting theory, though.
Yeah, there's so many ways they could go with this. I'm excited. See, that's what I think. The Mandalorian's pretty cool, honestly. Has us making theories about this Yoda shit.
For real. I think that's it, boys. That's all I got.
That's it. Yeah, sounds good. Any reviews?
We got a bad review.
Oh shit!
We got a bad review.
Read it, dude.
Not binge worthy. This show desperately needs a host that keeps the discussion on topic and drives the show forward. So they're just throwing mad shade at me. Goddamn. Mostly good opinions and information when they stay on topic, but they are all over the place. Comes off like a stream of conscious from inside a 20-something with extreme ADHD.
What the fuck?
What, boy?
What? Fuck that,
The disrespect,
dude.
You probably listened to one pod and there was just one part where we...
Dude, I think you're a great host, okay? Thanks,
Yeah,
you.
I think you're a great host too, Zach.
I want to give a shout out to Jimothy. Thanks for shouting us on Twitter, man. And Bazi Xantos. Thanks, guys. That's all we got for shout outs. Make sure to leave us a review on Apple. Follow us on Twitter at Not a Movie Pod, at Culture Crave for news. Next pod we're going to put out, we're going to talk Mandalorian episode 3. I think that'll drop Monday or Tuesday. So also follow our Twitter at SW Tweets. That's our Star Wars account. What else? Subscribe to our YouTube. It's under Culture Crave.
Shout out to Julian.
Shout out Julian, j5music.com.
That's our boy.
Follow your boys on Twitter at Ross Cutworth,
Yeah.
at Luke_Goosens, at Zach Williamson. I think that's all we got.
Yeah. All right. Peace out.
You straight, blood.
We straight. All right. That's it. We're out of here.
Peace.
Peace out. Later.